Hi everyone, and welcome to day 4 of our August challenge from sedentary to strong. We've been going at quite a high intensity the past few days, so more kind of getting the heart rate quite high, maybe sweating a lot, working on the muscle groups. Today we're going to tone it back a little bit. I'm going to try and stay strict and stay to that kind of 10-minute time limit. In fact, I'm going to put on the stopwatch now. And what we're going to do, we're going to go at a slightly lower intensity and we're going to work on some foundational strengthening exercises. So what I'm talking about is we need to spend some time to handle all these different kinds of exercise, high impact, high intensity, running, lots of walking. You need to have a strong foundation. And I'm primarily talking about your glutes. Your glutes are the biggest muscle in the body, so they require a little bit extra repetition. You need to work them a bit more often to maintain that muscle mass, which is going to help protect your lower back, your hips. We're also going to work on the core, but we're talking about the deep core muscles that are responsible for stability and again for holding good posture. So these are two muscle groups, the glutes and the deep core muscles, that benefit from a bit more repetition to help you handle other high intensity exercises that you might be doing. So what we're going to do, I'm wearing my normal clothes because I plan on keeping it at that low intensity where you can too, so you can just kind of get up from your desk and get straight into it and then go back to whatever you were doing without sweating too much, hopefully. Anyway, let's just start. I'm bouncing off nice and light on the spot. I'm going to do 3 exercises and we're going to progress them. We're going to try and do 4 rounds, and every time we go back to the beginning, I'm going to give you options if you want to make it slightly harder, okay? So just nice and light. We're going to get straight to it after this bouncing. Just give me 20 more seconds. Hopefully you're feeling good. I did about a 2-hour walk today, and it's amazing how good my body feels after that. So I really do rate walking as one of the non-negotiable exercises that we should be doing every day, at least 20 minutes. Okay, keep bouncing, breathing, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, let's get straight to the first exercise. Like I said, we're going to work the glutes. So a really efficient exercise for that is the glute bridge. So I'm going to be on my back like this, lying down on my back with my knees up and my feet on the floor, shoulder width apart. Okay, so while I'm lying here, just kind of control my breathing. I want you to engage your core, and you'll notice that when you're relaxed, there's a gap underneath your lower back. You want to try and close that gap. So one way of telling is put your hand underneath your lower back and then lower your back until there's no room left for your hand. Okay, so that's your starting position. Hands firmly on the floor, and then what you're going to do is one vertebrae at a time. You're going to tuck your tailbone and you're going to roll your back like a string of beads off the floor all the way to the top, and then you're going to squeeze the glute muscles for a few seconds and back down. Okay, let's do 10 repetitions. Okay, slowly roll your spine off the floor, squeeze the glutes at the top. Okay, you always want to do this slowly. We're not thrusting the hips up, we're going nice and slow. Make sure you feel the glutes at the top. Press into the floor with your feet. That's 3. Just keep going until we've done 10. Okay, keep going. Keep your head resting on the floor. If it's uncomfortable, you can maybe put a pillow or a towel underneath your head. Okay, hold it for a few seconds at the top of each one. Let's do 3 more. Okay, last one. Perfect. Okay, let's sit up. Okay, we're going to get into our next exercise. And now we're going to work those deep core muscles to help with our stability. Okay, again, really good for posture and just day-to-day stuff, avoiding injury. I'm going to get into this tabletop position. So hands underneath my shoulders, knees underneath my hips, nice neutral spine. Stay long through the neck so you're looking at the floor. And then what I want you to do is gently extend your right hand and your left foot away from the center of your body. Okay, don't let your foot or your hand go higher than your back, and then bring it back down to the floor and switch sides. We're going to do 12 reps here. Okay, that's 2. Switch sides every time. 3, we're doing 6 on each side. Keep your back nice and flat. 4, try and keep your hips stable. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stay relaxed through the limbs. 9, 10. Make sure there's a gap between your hands and your knees. 11, 12. Perfect. Okay, stand up. So those are those two foundational strength exercises. The next thing we're going to do, just for a little bit more movement, is we're going to do some impact work. So impact is normally bouncing or jumping, so coming off the floor and landing. And this is really important to do in a controlled way because it's going to help maintain and improve bone density, something as we get older or as we spend more and more time in a sedentary lifestyle, sedentary position, our bones, the density begins to go down. So to maintain that, it's impact. Running is impact, jumping is impact, bouncing is impact. So what we're going to do, with my feet about hip width apart, my knees soft, I'm going to do 4 hops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to land in a squat. Okay, so feet shoulder width apart, knees out, chest up, and I'm going to do that 6 times. 4 hops into a squat. Okay, so let's do that 6 times. We'll do it together. Let's get ready for the hops in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Squat. That's 1. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and squat. 2. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and squat. 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4. Okay. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. Rest. Really good. Okay. Breathe. Give yourself a few seconds. We're actually just going to do 2 more rounds. Okay. Like I said, slightly lower intensity today, but working on important muscle groups. I would recommend doing this kind of workout once or twice a week to supplement all the other things you're doing. So you could even save this video and then do it again when you have time, when you feel like a lower intensity option. Okay, back to the floor. So like I said, I'm going to give you progressions. So this time I'm on my back, feet shoulder width apart, knees up, hands at the side. What I'm going to do is take away a little bit of support. I'm going to reach my arms up to the ceiling. Okay, imagine I'm holding on to like a rope or something. And now let's do the same thing. Tuck your tailbone, roll the hips up, squeeze the glutes, and down. Let's go for 10 reps. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, remember to roll your back like a string of beads. 6, 4 more. 7, really squeeze the glutes for a few seconds at the top. 8, okay, last 2 reps. Okay, forgive me, sometimes I lose count. I will only end up doing more reps, which is good. Last one, 10. Perfect. All right, let's come back to the bird dog. So the way we're going to make this one harder is we're going to add a pause on each one. So just watch me for the first rep. So make sure your hands and knees are shoulder width apart, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. This time I'm going to extend my right arm and my left leg, and I'm going to count 1, 2, and then down, okay? Okay, so let's do that 12 times, switch sides each time, and a 2-second pause at the top. 2. Okay, keep going. 3, or number 2 for you. 4. Okay, try and keep count all the way to 12. 6 for me. 7, okay, you can go at your own pace. 8. 9. Remember that pause. 10. 11. 12. Okay. Really good. Okay, let's stand up. We're going to go into those 4 hops into a squat 6 times. If the squat was a bit too intense, you don't have to land in a squat. You could do 4 hops, plant your feet, and then do a squat. It's kind of practicing that ability to absorb impact. So if it feels too hard that as you land into that squat, maybe stop bouncing and then just do the squat separately. Okay? Otherwise, let's get ready for those 4 hops in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay, and again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Use your arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6. All right. Little breather. We're going to do one more round. Okay, we're pretty much on track today. This is good. Just going to go over 10 minutes, but just a little bit. So this time, back onto the floor. Okay, last one. So I'm going to give you one more option to go harder if you want. You can either keep it at that last one where you have your arms up, or if you want to make it slightly harder, you're going to put your right ankle over your left knee. Okay, and what you're going to do, instead of doing 10 reps, you're going to do 6 on one leg and then 6 on the other leg. So either with both feet on the floor, arms up, or right ankle over the left knee, and then through that left foot, same thing. Roll your back up, squeeze the glutes, 6 on one side, and then 6 on the other. Okay, let's go. 10 normal or 6 and 6 single leg ones. Okay, in your own time. Exactly the same, it's just you're pressing all the way through one leg, so it's a little bit more challenging now, working one side of the glute at a time. Okay, I'm going to do 2 more on this side. Okay, now I'm going to switch sides. Okay, same thing. Okay, tuck your tailbone, roll your hips up, squeeze the glute on that side, 6 reps. Okay, if you're doing 10 and you finish, just kind of sit up and wait. Nice. Okay, so that's quite a good amount of repetition in the glutes there. So now we're going to go back to the bird dog, and I'm going to give you one more variation if you want to make it harder. This is considerably harder, but only if you kind of feel comfortable with those previous 2 variations. This time, hands under my shoulders, knees under my hips. I'm going to tuck my toes, and I'm going to lift my knees a few inches off the floor, and then do the same thing from here. Extend and down. So now it's much harder to keep that stability. Okay, so if you want, lift your knees a few inches and do the same 12 bird dog. I'm going to go for the previous variation. I'm going to keep my knees under my hips, hands under my shoulders, nice neutral spine, and slowly extend my right hand and my left leg. Pause for 2 seconds and down 12 times. Okay, so in your own time, 6 on each side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Keep the core activated. 10, 11, 12. Okay, if you still got some more reps, keep going. Okay, I'm going to give you 10 seconds. Let me just let the dog in. All right. Oh, she's happy. All right, so last exercise, 4 bounces into a squat 6 times, okay? If you're feeling tired, again, just bounce on the spot. Just try and keep moving in any way possible till the end of the video. Okay, let's get ready. Feet shoulder width apart, knees soft. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6. Amazing. Okay, just bouncing on the spot. Shake it off. Give me 20 seconds. How do we do? All right, about 14 minutes, so getting closer to that 10-minute number I promised you guys. It's easy. Come on. Okay. She's scared of the hard wooden floor. Okay, bouncing on the spot. Okay, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Okay, you completed video number 4 of the challenge. Try and get some more movement in today if you haven't already done so. Get some good sleep, and we'll get back to it tomorrow. All right, guys, see you then.